Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Today is Monday, June 24th, which means it's time for Deals of the Week. We're going to jump into it. First of all, happy summer to everybody. It has been a hot one up here. We've been hitting right up on 100 degrees up here in Montana, which up here in the mountains, that's quite a bit. We're not usually set up for that sort of thing. But anyway, we got all sorts of deals. I got some cooling deals for you. We got some hot deals for you. But let's jump into it. I want to thank today's sponsors. The first one we got here for you is GrePro. I don't ask how they pronounce it. There it is, GrePro. Anyway, it's one of these tire inflator systems here. And it's coming in at $50 with a $20 off coupon. That's $30. Now, we've seen a lot of these cheap little air compressor kind of things, the portable ones. I gotta say, this one kind of surprised me in that, and I don't have a long-term review on this. You know, we just had this about a week now. This thing is a tidy little box. I just like the shape and the size. It's not like super cheap plastic. It feels pretty solid. It's got some decent heft to it, so it feels like it's got some solid components. Again, I haven't broken it down. It's a sponsored review. You take it for what it's worth. You press, you hold it on. You get all the digits and stuff there. You go up and down. You hit what you want for the different PSIs and whatnot. It even has the light on the front. Now, fair warning, if you don't like flashy stuff, look away. But the second press gets you the little blinker. The third press gets you the red emergency flasher, which, honestly, I'm not a big fan of flashers, but the red emergency flasher, not angry about that one. That one I can see using and stuff. The white emergency flasher, I don't get the point of that. But it's a tidy little package, and I'm really surprised with the build quality at $30. $30. Now, it says it'll do 160 PSI, downhill in a hurricane, as Joe Isuzu used to say. I don't know if I'm going to believe that. I've seen some really high-end ones that can't hit that. But that said, let me bring it back up on screen. I think it'll do your average car, your average light truck. On a bigger truck like mine, where I have to do 80 PSI at least to get me up to the point where I can get down the road to a service station. It's a solid deal, I think. I'm not angry about it. Anyway, let's get on to our next one. The next one is LasGoo. We've talked about them time and time again. Just a fantastic laser leveling system here. 3x360 self-leveling 3D green cross-line laser for construction, picture hanging, rechargeable. Because boy, they sure jumped from one to the other, from hardcore construction to picture hanging. But you know what? They're not wrong. I hung. If you've seen the live streams back when we were doing them, we had that whole 5-piece banner. I used it for that. I used it for a lot of stuff around here, and it's really fun, easy to use. I'm really stunned how easy that thing is to set up. It's $130 right now. There's a $20 off coupon on it. And I think we're going to do another deal because we love to stack these deals. I got a coupon code I'm going to put down below. This is going to get another 20% off. All right. So you're going to get the percent. Don't forget to clip the coupon on screen. Then you're going to get another percentage off on top of that one. All right. Now, this next one, it's not a cheap one, but it's a deal. Let me tell you about this one. We're talking about the XTool. Now, the highest end one I've talked about from them is the D7S. This is the D8S, bidirectional scan tool, 2024 upgrade, 3-year update, topology mapping, ECU coding, 38 plus services, all system scanner, car, crankshaft relearn, all the whole 9 yards, $649, 7% off. $90 coupon, and I think I got another 10% off code that I'm going to throw in on top of that from them. That's going to be a heck of a deal. This is not, I'm going to say, if you're the average car guy, DIY, or shade tree mechanic, you do not need this. You might want it. I want it. I have the D7S, and I saw this thing, and I'm like, oh, I need this. I probably couldn't even make use of it, to be honest, all the stuff this thing can do. But, you know, when the new tech comes out, you're like, that's what I need. Anyway, but for those of you who are, value pro mechanics who are doing this, either in your own shop, mobile, or on, in a big shop, this is going to up your diagnostic game. That's really, again, for those of you who don't know, I was trying to explain it to the other day to somebody, bidirectional. The thing with bidirectional is it lets you, but most code scanners, or code scanners in general, you read what the car tells you. Great. this lets you talk back to the car. And I think one of the easiest ways I always tell people is, and there's a lot of other things you can do. You can do all sorts of stuff. But like with the window, say your car window isn't going up and down. Well, you press the button, nothing happens. Well, you plug this sucker in, you go car window, and the car window goes up. And you're like, oh, well, clearly it's not the motor itself. Now we can start looking at other systems here, probably the switch or maybe something else. But we know for a fact that it's not the motor at that point because it's working. Anyway, $649, $90 coupon. Going to take it to sub 500. Now they're 10% off. It's going to take $50 some off of that for the latest, with 3 years of updates. That's a pretty sweet deal. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, we got Kickstarter. Now, we talked about this one. I did a whole video on it, and if you missed it, I'll forgive you, but this is something I don't talk about a lot of Kickstarters. You may notice, in fact, I turned down a lot of most 90% of Kickstarters. But Olight A is an established company. We know we can trust them for the most part. But this thing is cool. I've got it. It's actually sitting over here. You can go back and watch my whole video on it. But it is, they have one for AA and they have one for AAA. It's $100. Now hold on. But you're getting, how much is it? Is it 32 batteries with it? You're getting, there's the AAA. There's the AA. And you're getting, I think, 32 batteries with it. You get more, I think, with the AAA. I think you get 36. I could be wrong. Anyway, point is this. It's $100. That's $60 some worth of batteries. So you're really only paying $30 some for this thing. And it's a smart charger. You just drop them in the top. It doesn't matter which left or right that they go in. It'll still charge them. And then it manages them, goes, okay, this one's still good. If it's not any good, it drops it into a separate tray. If it is still good, it drops on the bottom, comes out down the bottom little tray. You just pull it out, and you got your good batteries there. You got to watch the video. You just do, because it's one of those things that, when you see it, you're like, oh, why haven't we had this for years? This is just, it's so, granted, it's robotic, but it's not that. It has an app and all that. Why didn't they have this 10 years ago? This is just such an obvious kind of thing. Go check it out. We'll put links to everything. I'll put links to the video, and then if you like it, then you can go do it from there. Next up, what do we got here next? We got the DeWalt powerstack sent in from a viewer here. Again, if you want to send in some deals, you can. red@dentatools.com. We only accept them on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it has to say Dental Tools in the subject line or it will get lost. I get hundreds of emails every day. So you gotta do that so I can sort for them. Anyway, DeWalt 20 volt max power stack, the stacked lithium style batteries here. Absolutely love these batteries. I use them. I just used one yesterday. $99 for 2 of them. If you know how much DeWalt's cost, you understand how cheap that is. Now, fair warning, this is ships from Amazon, but it's sold by eTool Inc. You have to do your own research, buyer beware. I don't know if they're a registered distributor. I'm guessing they're not. Which means that could affect your ability to get warranty on this. But I'll tell you what, I've never seen a problem with these power stacks. Of course, it's a battery. Someone's going to have a problem at some point. Just be aware going in. Next up, we got the DeWalt. Look at this. This is your DeWalt accessory XR value set here. You got the jigsaw, you've got the multi-tool, you've got the sander. All 3 of these are brushless top-line XR tools, plus the 5 amp hour XR battery, the charger, and the bag here for $329. That's 28% off a list, limited time deal on that one. Let's keep going. Another one sent in from a viewer. Saker miter saw protractor, 7-inch aluminum protractor, angle finder. This is a nice solid protractor. Saker makes some decent stuff here. 15% off, coming in at $18. Next up, now this one we're getting a little away from tools here, but somebody sent this in, and I just kind of wanted to include it. Do you think we should include more of these kind of battery charger kind of things? Now this one, I'm going to say this. I know nothing about this one. It was sent in by a viewer. Apparently he likes it. 3,800 milliamp hour. So that was like a 3 amp hour battery essentially. So 15 watt wireless charging. Not a fan of wireless charging because it's very slow. It's incredibly slow and it produces a lot of heat. Does it work? It works, okay? But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But having one of these portable chargers, I've got it all over the place. I use them all the time. Although, I'll be honest, half the time I'm using... battery on one of my quick access safes died. So I grabbed a jump starter, and because they act like a battery bank, you plug it in and oh, look, now it has power. You can get into it. So I'm always using stuff like this. Is $35 with a $8 off coupon. Now, he also recommended these USB lightning cables, 3-pack, 6-foot, Apple MFI certified, $6.99, 72% off a list. I will say the corded cables are usually pretty good. They last longer than some of the other cables. But my go-to cables, I hate to say it, it's DeWalt. The DeWalt Type-C cables. And I kid you not, my cable, here's my phone plugged in right now with DeWalt cable. All right? There you go. I use these cables. In fact, there's a running war in the house because everyone else loses their cables. I don't lose my cables because I need them, and I'm chasing down. It's all of them. It's my wife, my son, my daughter. They're all stealing my cables, but I only have the DeWalt cable, so I know that one's mine, and it's the one that still works after all the other cables have broken. So this is this Type-C cable here, $16, 10% off coupon on that one. Then we've got the lightning cable, not really a sale on that, but at $22, you'll go through 20 other cables before this one will die. And then we got this one. This is one my Duncan, my oldest, uses. He's got this 3-in-1 combo cable because he's got all sorts of accessories. He has older stuff that uses the micro USB. He's got USB-C, and he's got an iPhone. And this lets him use it on everything. $25. It's on sale from $33, which is what I think I paid for his. $25 is the sale price, and there's a 10% off coupon on top of that. All right, we got mini chainsaws. Your choice, red or yellow. These use the Milwaukee battery. These use the DeWalt battery. They're both brushless, which is not something we see a lot in the mini chainsaws. $70 on this, $20 off coupon, 8-inch, which is bigger than usually the mini chainsaws stop at 6 inches. This one's going 8 inches, all right? And then same on this one, you're looking at a sale price, normally $100 on sale down to $56 on that one. No batteries, these are both tool only, but if you're in the red or yellow platform, this is one you might want to consider. All right, next up we got zip ties. I think we've talked about this deal before. 400 pack black cable UV resistant ties by Anison. You get the 12-inch, the 8-inch, the 6-inch, and the 4-inch, 100 of each. It's got good reviews, over 2,500, no fish hook in sight. So it's, I mean, for less than $6. Never have to worry if you got zip ties again. That's the way to go right there. All right, let's keep going here. We got the Worx WG309 8-amp 10-inch electric pole saw. Now, I wanted to include this one. This is the #1 seller in pole saws. It's corded. It's not cordless, which means it's got really good runtime. But that said, it's essentially just a handheld saw on a stick. And I believe that stick, you just undo that little part, it comes off. So you've got a handheld saw and a pole saw, either or, for how much is it? $62.79. Worx makes some decent stuff. Is it professional grade? Of course. No, it's not. But it's DIY or homeowner kind of stuff. It's basic stuff. You know what? It works. All right, let's keep going. We've got the Craftsman VersaStack Mechanics tool set, 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch, 230 piece. Is it the highest end set out there? No, but if you're in the VersaStack system, it's got its own box, snaps right in. Man, that's really nice. You're looking at 35% off a list, down to $129. We got the DeWalt thickness planer. We talked about this one not too long ago. Still on sale. Still a fabulous deal. You're getting the 3-blade planer, the in and out there. Yes, on this one you do have to buy those separately, but it's included in this deal. Coming in for $600. Sold by Amazon on that. Then we got a couple welders here for you. We got the Yes welder, 135 amp MIG, 110 volt flux core welder. Also do MIG lift or flux core MIG. So basically flux core. Lift, TIG, stick, 3-in-1 machine, nice big. This is their new design, their updated system here. Normally $200, on sale 35% off, down to $130. And then there is a $17 off coupon on top of that. Then if you don't like the Yes welder, we got the Arc Captain, essentially the same thing, 130 amp, 110 flux core MIG, lift, TIG, stick, 3-in-1 welding machine. And again, and it's $140 with a $25 off coupon. So just basically dollars a difference. Choose your form factor, which way you like to go better. And this is going to help you to decide there. It's really hard to choose between the two. They're both companies have sent me products. I have both styles of welders. They're just both really well made. In most cases, I usually lean towards the Arc Captain. In this one, maybe leaning a bit towards Yes Welder. Let me know what you think down below. All right, let's keep going here. We got the DeWalt sliding compound miter saw. This is the DWS 779. This is not the one with the drop shadow light, okay? That one you got to pay an extra $150 for the ability to see where you're cutting. But it is a professional grade saw. It's a well-made saw, and this is the buy it now sale price these days. This is a ridiculous sale price for this these days. It's usually up around $500, $400 on that. If you've been waiting for the DeWalt, this is the time to pull the trigger on it. All right, next up, wrong way. There we go. We got the paint sprayer. This is a great brand, Sprayer. I mean, it ships from Amazon, sold by 5 elder brothers. But it's a $40 paint sprayer, and it's basically the same design as a ton of other paint sprayers out there. And for $40, you might want to roll the bones on this one. It's the #1 bestseller in paint sprayers and HVLP sprayers. 700 watt HVLP sprayer. I don't know how you're getting 700 watts out of that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Anyway, if we look at the ratings, come over the range, 3,549. I haven't even looked at these. I will just say this. Most paint sprayers, there's people who have issues with them. They just always do. Is there a fish hook? Yeah, there's a fish hook. Not surprised about that. So remember, this is going to be your mileage may vary on the quality of the one that you get. All right, King Tool. This got sent in by a viewer. Again, I'm not usually a fan of the whole tool systems kind of stuff like this. 325 pieces. You got the repair toolkit, General Home Auto toolbox with storage. It kind of has a little bit of everything. Look at this. We got hammers, we got pliers, we got knives, we got screwdrivers, we got wire cutters. There's a wire brush. There's an adjustable wrench. We got a ratchet and extension. There's a hacksaw. We got sockets. We got screws and zip ties and drill bits and electrical tape and scissors. It's like, I think of this as like I'm sending my kid off to college kind of kit, all right? I don't know what you're going to need. You're going to be in a dorm. You probably won't need much, but you probably get some IKEA furniture or something you need to put together. This can probably handle everything you're going to need to do. All right, anyway, next up, we've got the Chemical Guys 10-piece arsenal car wash kit, foam gun buckets. Now, this does not use a pressure washer. I know I talk about pressure washers a lot. Some of you I just want to hook up the garden hose and wash the car. This is your kit for that. All right, it's got the foam cannon on it. It's not going to get you the same level of foam because you don't have that kind of pressure behind it. But it's going to do it pretty good, and Chemical Guys make some good stuff. And, of course, there's going to be some of those people who are like, Chemical Guys, this always happens. Like, before they got established, everyone's like, Chemical Guys is the secret. You guys all have to know about. And then Chemical Guys becomes the big, well-known established company. And they're like, oh, they're crap now. They're fine. They're just fine. Unless you're a car, a snob, in which case you're not going to be using a kit like this anyway. This is for the guy washing the car, your car, the wife's car, maybe the boat, stuff like that out in the driveway. For $100, and let's see here, $130 on sale down to $100, and there's a $20 off coupon on top of that. Come on. All right, let's keep going here. We got the Skill. This is the Sasquatch. Don't tell me you don't want to tell someone, oh yeah, I was running my Sasquatch the other day. Anyway, what you're looking at here is a 15 amp, 10.25-inch magnesium worm drive circ saw. This is a big one. You're cutting big timber with this sucker. This isn't for like ripping down sheet goods and stuff like that. This is a serious professional grade saw. $325.29. That's down from $400 list on that. Next up, we've got the multifunction scissors. Now, I have talked about scissors like this before, and these are a copy of the Raptors sold by Leatherman. I have the Raptors. I did a whole video on it. I showed it, and in that video, I asked people like, "Hey, if you have any experience with these kind of scissors, let me know." And I had a ton of medical professionals reach out to me, and to a person, they're all like, "Don't buy the Leatherman, buy these." They're the exact same thing. The guess is that Leatherman is OEMing it from somebody else, and now they're just reselling it. Point is, fantastic scissors. They've got everything on them. For $32, down from $38, yeah, just for any kind of emergency or general practical use kind of stuff, they're great, compact, foldable scissors. All right, let's keep going here. We've got the... oh, I can't believe the name on this. Autobots. How are they still in business? How are they still in business with the name Autobots? Maybe they licensed it. I doubt it. Anyway, maybe they were first. Who knows? Autobots tow hitch, 2-inch receiver, 45,000 pounds breakaway strength. Do not put a tow rope around your ball on your hitch. That is, yeah, Google it, dude. Don't do that. Get one of these. Be safe. It's $34 with a 5% off coupon. Don't screw around with the ball hitch kind of stuff. All right, the Bosch GWS8. This is one of these buy it for life kind of grinders. 4.5 inch, 7.5 amp angle grinder here, coming in 23% off list, down to $53. Next up, we got the YYR. We've talked about these. This is your bolted to your wall tool organizer kind of system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can fit in the little garage area. You got 2 shelves above it. You got accessories on the side. It's normally $60, on sale down to $50 with a 10% off coupon. You just remember, you got to apply the coupon. You got to come down and click it. If you don't do it, it will not automatically apply. All right. Next up, we've got the CCCEI power station here. This is an interesting cart. We've highlighted this cart before. Several people got it and got back to me, and they're like, we love this thing. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not for everyone. It certainly isn't, but it's a little cart you put together. It's not the strongest thing, but look at this. It's got a whole battery system and charging brick area on the back, complete with the power strip. That is pretty cool. Anyway, this is the kind of thing, take your tools to the work rather than your work to the tools. All right, and speaking of tools, Malco Eagle Grip. We've talked about them. I've harped on them forever. They took over the Vice Grip plant over in DeWitt, Nebraska, tried to bring it back to life. They failed. They got auctioned off. Snap-on bought a good 30% of all their stuff, and Snap-on is now selling the exact same tool. They're selling this tool for, I think, $80. This is the 7-inch, and the 10-inch is like $100. It's the exact same tool. It just says Snap-on on it. Get this. It's on sale $36.15 for the 7-inch curved jaw. And then we got the 7-inch straight for $40, $41. Call it what it is. Both made in the USA, made in DeWitt, Nebraska. My heart goes out to that family. Families, that town. All right, let's talk about screwdrivers. We got 3 choices for insulated screwdrivers. You need to get insulated screwdrivers. I was at a buddy's house yesterday. He went to do some quick work. He's like, I just got to fix this thing real quick. Grabbed a regular screwdriver. I'm like, breaker. He's like, breaker's off. I'm like, the hell it is, because that light over there is on, and I know for a fact they're on the same strip. He's like, let me go check. Oh, he goes, it wasn't off. Get insulated screwdrivers, man. They're not that much. My beard is doing something weird over here. Sorry about that. Anyway, here's your first choice. Wera Craftform Plus 6-piece basic insulated screwdriver set here. It'll keep you safe-ish. 35. I say ish because I don't know how much power you're running through there. At some point, it's still going to go through it. But at $35, $34.49, that's a solid set. Now, the number one selling insulated tools in the U.S. is Weha. I prefer the Wera, but Weha makes a fantastic set here. You're looking at a 5-piece set here coming in at $35, $34.98. And the last choice is the Vessel ball grip set. So basically the same thing, made in Japan, ball grip style. So you're getting 3 of the Phillips. These, I think actually they're JIS. And 2 of the slotted here. Remember, they're not flatheads, guys. They're slotted screwdrivers. The flathead is the screw. All right. Anyway, $37.47, down 25% on that one. All right, Tekton. What do we got here from Tekton? We got a 3/8 drive 6-point impact socket set, 19-piece, 6 to 24 millimeters. Look at this. This is a beautiful socket set. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. That is no skip. Tekton goes out of their way to do a wider range and to do no skip on everything. Fantastic socket set. Normally $70, 18% off, down to $57.10. Remember, if it's 10%, if it's less than 10%, I'll send you over to Tekton because Tekton's going to give you 10% cash back towards your next purchase. However, at 18%, now you're saving more than that and you're just keeping it in your pocket. You don't have to go and buy something else. That's why we cover these on Amazon when we do. So, fantastic set if you're looking for that kind of thing. Next up, we got the Gearwrench. Look at this, 21 piece, 3/8, 92 ratchet in EVA foam. I'm including this one. It's a little higher price than we usually cover on stuff like this, but I've had several people recently asking me about foam EVA sets, and if this is what you want to do, this is a go-to kind of set. Regardless of what sockets and other kind of accessories you use, this is the heart of your toolbox here. Because as I said many times, for most people, I know there's some exceptions, most people, when it comes up to a 1/2 inch, a lot of times they're grabbing a power tool or an air gun or something like this. 3/8 is where you really get into these days the everyday driver of hand tools. And you're looking at the 90-tooth ratchet here. You got the flex head and you've got the standard. And then look at all this. We've got breaker bars, we've got extensions, we got the little finger drives there. We got some swivels, ton of stuff here in EVA foam for under $200, 10% off a list. Next up, we've got the Gearwrench 8-piece long hook and pick set. I like these long hook and pick sets. They really allow you to get in there because you know what? It's something I've been coming to terms with. I'm not a professional mechanic, but I did a lot of wrench turning back in the day on my older vehicles, and I forgot the luxury of having room inside the engine bay. You open up today's vehicle and everything is on top of itself. It's all a jigsaw puzzle trying to get everything, and that long reach on those hook and picks really helps there. You're coming in at 17% off and down to $38. All right, then we got the Gearwrench 44-piece master combination wrench set. This is again, when it comes to wrenches, this is your bread and butter right here. 44-piece. You're looking at metric and SAE. You're coming in at, $512 is the list price, down to $249. Remember, Gearwrench is the original tool truck alternative brand, all right? They've been doing this a long time. They know how to make solid tools. I wouldn't hesitate. If I was an up-and-comer, or even if I was an old guy trying to rebuild a tool set, maybe you were in the trades and you're like, I want that kind of quality, but I'm not going to pay that level of price. This is one you might want to consider. All right, let's keep going here. Next up, we got the Gearwrench 14-point stubby. I've talked about this set. Great little ratcheting stubby set. 38% off a list, down to $60.88. Then we got the Gearwrench, the ratchet. I love these ratchets. Quarter inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. All flex, all 90 tooth. Just a good solid ratchet set here, coming in for $146. Basically, for the price of one snap-on, you can get all three in an extended ratcheting. Next up, we got the Sunex 16-inch long reach pliers set. Again, that kind of long reach kind of thing coming through. Again, why you want it here. So you've got the needle nose, you've got the curved nose, you've got the bent nose. 4 pieces there, 31% off, down to $64.57. Sunex is yet again another one of these tool truck professional grade alternative, tool truck alternative professional grade tool sets here. Channellock, one of the oldest, still in production, still USA made tools out there. Gotta love them, gotta love sport them. Channellock 2-piece tongue and groove tool set here, coming in 10% off a list, down to $26.95. $26.95. That's a solid price. Now, this has been higher, usually in the low 30s. It did drop a few bucks lower, but again, at this price, I think it's a buy it now kind of price. Then we got the Channellock diag pliers here, coming in 7-inch blue with the gray on it. Normally, it's 18% off a list, coming down to $19.99. One of the lowest prices we've seen, at least the lowest prices we've seen in, oh my gosh, almost a year. It's been last summer, I think was last time it came down to a price lower than this. Then we got the diag cutters. Now, again, these are not insulated, okay? These are the cushion grip pliers. A lot of people seem to get them confused. So these are your 7 1/4 inch cushion grip or cutters there. Normally $33.93. It's on sale 19% off, down to $27, and this is $27.49. It usually has been up in the bouncing between the $30 and the $40 range. Past month or so, it's been dropping down to this. I would get them before they go back up. And I gotta talk. I know I talked about the made in the USA. These are the made in Spain Channellock has. I really like them. They're made by Grip-On, which used to be the supplier for Snap-on until Snap-on bought out the Malco Eagle grips. Anyway, I even like the paint job on it with the black with the baby blue there. 18, not exactly baby, more of a robin's egg. I don't know, what color blue would you call that? Channellock blue? $18.74 there, 19% off. Let's keep going. We got EP Auto, there we go. 1/2 inch drive torque wrench here, 10 to 150 foot-pounds, coming in 10% off the list, down to $31.38. We got the Tekton 3/8 micrometer torque wrench, 10 to 80 foot-pounds there, coming down to 22% off to $38.79. Next up, we got the Hodo 24-in-1 multi-bit mini screwdriver set. All right, this is your small electric screwdriver set with everything in the screwdriver ready to go. Hodo makes some fantastic stuff. It's normally $30. It's on sale for $25.32. And then we've got a 25% off coupon. One fourth off. If you've been looking for an electric screwdriver to do some of that small detail kind of work, this is the one to jump on. Look, it even has some of the security bits in there, the spanner and such. So you got some great choices in there. Then we go back to Knipex here. We got the, the 13, their numbers always throw me off. The 1372-8 forged wire strippers here. Normally $40. This thing's on sale, 39% off, down to $52. Now, that's not the lowest we've seen, but it's one of the lowest we've seen. Normally, this thing's cresting in just under $60. It has dropped for one day down to $43, but I don't think you're going to see that again. All right, then we got the Knipex twin grips. Now, these are slightly different. They have the let me see if I can pronounce this, atramentized front multi-grip pliers. Now, I had to look it up. That's a special coating they put on there to prevent rust. So it's been coated. It's like going to the dealership and for extra $200 they'll do the undercoating. Well, they did that for you on this one. And it's coming in at 44% off a list, down to $31.04. Great set of pliers there. Then the knife of the day is the Oknife Octacoil U1. This is a unique little knife. It's essentially a utility knife disguised as a pocket knife. It's got the Axis style lock on it. 20% off, down to $20 on that one. Now we're going to jump over to Menards. Remember, you're saving big money when you shop Menards. If you don't have Menards near you, I'm sorry. I don't have one near me. These are sent in by viewers. We got the Tough Built Foam Fit Specialist Thigh Support Stabilizing Knee Pads. Normally $15, on sale for $11.22, plus the 11% rebate, sub $10. Next up, we got three of them. We got the 15-inch, the 18-inch, and the 24-inch, all in the Tough Built bags, $6.99, $9.99, and $12.99. Jump over to Walmart. This might be deal of the day. I know, Hyper Tough. I never would have thought deal of the day from Hyper Tough. If you're a DIYer, you have to stop and consider this. Let me show you this again. 30-piece metric and SAE, 15 pieces each, roll-up tool bag. Look at that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's no skip. From Hyper Tough at Walmart for $40. 30-piece combination wrench set, no skip. I never thought I'd see the day. I hope every budget line starts doing this. Pittsburgh, are you listening? We want no skip sets. Will I ever use that 12 millimeter? Maybe not. Actually, I just used one the other day. But there's the 13. I don't know. There's ones that you skip. We want them because we don't want that one day. Anyway, point is, we want the no skip. And Hyper Tough apparently has been listening for $40. That is got to be the go-to budget set. Just has to be. Anyway, prove me wrong. Find me a 30-piece no skip set for better money that's going to be, that, you know, you're going to be able to warranty and easy enough because, you know, Hypertough's a Walmart brand. So you're just taking it back to Walmart. All right, Ace. Over at Ace, we don't have a specific item on sale right now, but we do have 10% off in-store only on the 30th, okay? So this is on the 30th, 10% off your next purchase of $20 or more. So if you buy something for $20, that's 50% off. That's a nice deal. All right, we've got over at Lowe's, we got a couple Kobalt saw deals. I'd say that fast. Kobalt 24 volt brush. This is the kit, battery and charger included for this 6-inch brushless battery chainsaw here, coming in at $99 on the mini chainsaw for the full kit. And then we've got the pole saw. I gotta say, 8-inch pole saw with battery, with kit for $100. That's not a bad deal. All right. Okay, someone sent this one in to me. 14-inch jet woodworking vertical bandsaw closed stand for $1,000. On sale, 23% off. I'm well known for loving jet. I'm kind of a jet fanboy. But I know a lot about the 14-inch bandsaws, and I'm sorry, this ain't it. It's a solid bandsaw. And everyone sees that closed stand and they're like, this is a high-end professional. No, it's, I mean, yeah, it is, but you know, there's better out there. And I'm going to send you over to Grizzly. Now, all right, Grizzly here, again, no relation. The G0555LX. And if you go back on my channel, way back, you can see I did a restoration on one of these. That and a rigid. I did a full teardown restoration, showed all the bits and pieces. Fantastic. There's just, it's so much better than the jet. Does it have the open frame? No, but it does have a wider base. It's plenty stable. It's the 14-inch. Look at it. Got the whole fence and rail system here. Does the jet have it? No. All right. So we come back here. We've got, now both of these can probably take the extension if you want to put the extension on it. But this is going to give you a much better system. Look at this. Let's come down here. Cast iron wheels. That's going to give you mass in those wheels. It's going to allow you to go through those harder woods. The jets, I don't believe the jet has the cast iron wheels. I know one thing the jet does not have, and that is the quick release system on the backside. All right, you see this system in here? So you have that one throw of that lever. When you're not using it, you can take the pressure off the blade, because if you let a bandsaw set for too long, it'll create a detent in that blade up there, and it'll cause wobble in your blade. When you're not using it, you throw that over, it just loosens up just a little bit, just so it can keep its naturally roundish kind of shape. And then when you're ready to use it, you slap it back, turn it on, check your tracking, you're all good. These are things that the Grizzly has that the jet just doesn't have. It has a ton more to it. It's just a better saw, and it's $100. Well, like $85. It's $715. Let me pull it up. $715 with $200 freight. That's $915 on it versus $1,000 for the jet. I'm sorry. In my take is the Grizzly is just a complete step above that jet saw. All right, now we got some bonus ones. We just did some stuff the other day. We like to do a lot of this kind of on the grill. We do a lot of kind of like a shaved marinated meat, and it's something like, it's really hard to keep on the grill because it shrinks up a lot. It's got a lot of fat in it. It shrinks up and it'll fall through the grate and stuff. Well, you get yourself a pan like this. All right, you throw it on there and you throw all that marinated meat in there, and it just sizzles around. It gets all that kiss from the flame and everything, causes it to char up, really renders out that fat. Oh my gosh, the flavor on it's fantastic. You got to get yourself a pan like this. It's on clearance right now at Ace for $8. $8. This is a must-have for any grill, gas, charcoal, pellet. I don't care. Then we got, now this one was sent in. This is not my pick. The Wazeeka knife block set. I am not a fan of knife blocks. Okay, they're just not my favorite thing. I think they throw in a bunch of knives you don't need. I also don't like these all-in-one kind of knives. But you know what? They said they liked it. $89, $7 off coupon if that's what you're looking for. It's got good ratings. Good. Let's take a look here. No fish hook, but only $739. Again, that's I wouldn't go for that, but maybe you would. Maybe that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Now With summer around the corner, you want to stock that outdoor fridge. What, you don't have an outdoor fridge? The eHomey, man, I got to tell you, they sent me this one. It's why I use it every day. It stores all of my Diet Coke Zero. It's what keeps me alive. Absolutely love it. Digital controls. It's got the blue LED for that mood lighting. 126 cans. And you're not really going to get that much. But you could, I guess, possibly. Anyway, it's $215.99, 10% off a list. Then we've got something to keep you cool. As I promised, I got the Midea 5000 and the Midea 8000. Now, this is a nice budget, just your basic window air conditioner here for $144. It's going to do a smaller room, 150 square feet. Nothing fancy about this. It just gets you cold air. Now, this one, 8000, it's got the U shape so it fits in your window, doesn't block all your light. This is what we use at home. To be honest, we have the 10,000 BTU. I can't tell you how much I love this air conditioner. It is quiet. It sips power. It can be controlled by remote, by app, or by she who shall not be named. She's looking at me. I can hear you. Waiting me to say that name, aren't you? It's fantastic. And we have a house that has 1.5 foot thick. It was made in the 1800s. 1.5 foot thick stone. It's a mass heater. All right. If you let that house in the summer get hot, it won't ever get cold until winter. And so you got to stay on top of it. But you don't have to pump a ton of it. You just have to keep that air circulating, keep it a little bit on the colder side. This one air conditioner does the entire house. Now ours is the 10,000 BTU, and it's a smaller house. But that said, I have become a fanboy of Midea. I'm not really a fanboy. I'm just a fan because they just work. They work well, and they're quiet, and they're awesome. Ask anybody who has one. Anyway, it's on sale right now, $380 with a $20 coupon. Not a huge savings, but brother, it's the middle of summer, and it's getting hot. Time to keep yourself cool. Anyway, thanks again to our sponsors. Go check them out. As always, we have links down below. Let me know what you think your favorite deal of the day was. I still got to say, that WorkPro set, man. I don't even need it. I want to go buy it. That was such a good deal. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.